alam po ba natin that we are standing, for some of our standing now or seated, that we are actually situated in a very historic spot. Bakit po? Just a few weeks ago, we celebrated, Mamalu, ikailan na sinelebrate natin na Leyte landing anniversary, ka 60-something, ano. And in that particular event, we commemorated a very important event that changed history. It is said that whatever MacArthur said on that very special day changed the way we define peace and development. Tayo po ngayon, we are the beneficiaries of what took place many years back. And it happened in the coast or shores of Leyte. And this very day, ladies and gentlemen, we shall be having another historic event. And your presence here today speaks of your dedication and commitment to improve our region's nutrition situation. Before we proceed to our program, we invite on stage Ma'am Clyde Santa Cruz to deliver the acknowledgement of participants. Once again, a round of applause for Ma'am Clyde Santa Cruz of NNC Region 8.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, guests, and other nutrition stakeholders. I have the honor to introduce each one of us. Kindly please stand to be acknowledged if I will call your name. I will start with the Regional Nutrition Committee and RTWG members. I am just basic on the attendance. We have Dr. Maria Elsa Eperona from DepEd. We have Ms. Saloma Yusonga from BSU Bidani. We have Ma'am Elena Monteroso from BSU Bidani. We have Ma'am Flor Helidina Liles from Rotary Club of Gandaya. We have Ma'am Melissa Bacolmas from NEDA. We have Ma'am Emilia. We have Ma'am Miss Felicita Borata from the DOH. And from the Himsog and Media Group, we have Sir Jacob Jack Gadaingan of Nation Builder. We have Mr. Sarwel Miñano of Philippine News Agency. We have Ma'am Lady Evelyn Bacol from the ATV 24. We have Sir Nelson Braga from ATV 24. We have Miss Mary Fatima Berongoy from the Philippine News Agency. We have Sir Ray Gaspay from the Decubed. We have Sir Antonio Pueblos, the President of Himsog from Calbayog City. We have Ma'am Cecilia Tibo from Calbayog City, the DYOG, Radyo ng Bayan. And we also have Ms. Becky Hernanis Lanting of Himsog from EV Mayor. From the NGO, we have Ma'am Eufemia Querinio, the Assistant Social Action Center. Then we have Ma'am Edeline Eunice Tiglia, Project Manager of ADRA. We have Ms. Pamela Rose Comita from ADRA. We have Mr. Limuel Monenro from ADRA. Okay. Then we have from the Edmond Rice Ministries, Ma'am Rosa Villacarit, Noemi Sinisa, and Marvin Villacorta. From the CFF, Angelique Santos. We have from the World Vision, Flores and Mr. Alan Valdez. From the Samaritan Sports, kindly stand along all the Samaritan Sports, please. Then we have from Red Cross, from TSAC Maasin City, and from the Save the Children. We also from the Baybay City, Mount Emilia, Mercadon, Miss Ruiz. We also have from the District City Nutrition Program Coordinators. We have from Southern Leyte, Miss Nelda Rich, Ma'am Stella Guzman from the province of Leyte, Miss Rowena Bertolfo from the province of Leyte, Miss Lisa Lendero from Tacloban City, Mr. Leonor Rosales from Biliran, Miss Lisa Adriana Store from Ormoc City, and Miss Michelle Marisiga from Maasin City. From the Naupa Eva PNS, we have Ma'am Sally Habinal from Eastern Samar, Mama Lutabao from Tacloban City, and Dr. Consolisa Tan from Maasin City. Also from other from LGUs, we have Ma'am Michelle Aquino, the City Sina of Kapalogan, Miss Fatima Gerde, Inaw of Abuyo, from Tacloban City, City of Gisa Icarano, Fensegay Saldana, and also from Baybay, Miss Castos Christine, Marjorie Valerino. We also have from San Policarpo, Esther Samar, Miss Aurel May Lopido, and from Burungan, Miss Jida Maris Singh. From the IBA BNS, kindly please stand, all the IBA BNS, leaded by the President, Miss Lydia Nunez, and other guests. We have the BNSs from Palo. We also have from the staff from the DOH, headed by Dr. Milagros Salvacion Toledo. I will not just mention them. And then, she's also representing Dr. Minerva Bolon. And then from our guest, we have Sir Nestor Villasin, the former board member of Province of Leyte, former LMWD manager, and presently he is now a consultant. Sir, kindly please stand to the stage. And he is representing the governor. Then we also have Vice Mayor Malunisa Mako of Maasin City. Last but not the least, I also would like to acknowledge the head of the National Nutrition Council with the staff, Dr. Catalino P. Dotalio, with our Nutrition Officer 3, Sir Nino Labordo, and the rest of these beautiful ladies. Thank you.
Wow, that was quite a job for Mount Leyte. You know, it's not really a joke to welcome everyone. If ever there were names which Mount Leyte missed to mention, we would like to acknowledge your presence. Still, palakpakan din po natin the other participants who joined us this morning. And our apologies if we were not able to mention your name. Okay, we would like to say hi and of course welcome our other friends from the Salinas Foods Incorporated, and the other representatives of the different agencies this morning. Maraming salamat. Rest assured, as we go along, I'll be given a list of those who are not mentioned, so we'll be welcoming. At any rate, you are all welcome to this activity this morning. So, and of course, we'd like to acknowledge our DMOs, the Development Management Officers in the region, in Eastern Visayas. A round of applause for them, please. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to deliver the welcome message, we have the representative of the Governor of the Province of Leyte, Honorable Leopoldo Dominico L. Vitilla. Let's put our hands together to welcome Honorable Nestor Gangam Villasin. A round of applause for you, please.
Thank you, Tito. Even with that, Nisa. May I call on the management of the Oriental Hotel to better fix your things here. Else we for damages. Anyway, good morning, everybody. I am here to represent our governor, Governor Leopoldo Dominico L. Vitilla, who gonna be here this morning for some special reason, that of the family. May I first greet the Regional Nutrition Program Coordinator, Dr. Dotolio, and of course the City Vice Mayor of Mahasin City, the Honorable Maluni Samako. We have the representative of the Department of Health, Dr. Milagros Polito, and of course, a very good friend of mine, Malu Tabao of the City of Tacloban, and representatives of the various government agencies, the media practitioners. A pleasant good morning to each and every one of you. I am very happy to be invited to this meaningful event to bring about a healthy province and a healthy nation. Leading a healthy lifestyle involves a number of factors. This includes maintaining a healthy weight through proper nutrition, being physically active, and kicking bad habits. Over the years, we have developed a number of programs and initiatives to help promote a province where healthy and nutritionally balanced population live. Much more can be done to make the right nutrition a high priority among our homes. And this nutrition plan could just be the right answer, particularly addressing nutrition issues among our children. Indeed, healthy living and right nutrition begins at home. And in this, it is the women and the mothers who are often entrusted with the responsibility of providing care and support to their spouse and children, including the responsibility to provide good food and the right food at that. Also, it is stated clearly in the Sustainable Development Goals and in many of our national mandates that we ensure our children grow healthy, physically and morally well-fed. This plan can help us a lot achieve this goal. Rapid developments in the last years has brought about a significant change, including the livelihood as well as lifestyle. This creates new needs for children as well as for us adults that we must pay attention to in order to expose them and all of us to new ways of thinking and transform them into educated, healthy, and nutritionally balanced children and populace. May I congratulate the Department of Health and the National Nutrition Council and all other agencies of development sectors who have been involved in one way or another in crafting this plan. Congratulations, thank you very much, mabuhay kayo lahat.
Thank you very much, Honorable Nestor Gagambilesi, for representing the Governor of the Province of Leyte, Honorable Leopoldo Dominico L. Pitilla. Today, friends, we mark the date when we formally declare our war against malnutrition as we launch the Philippine Plan of Action for Nutrition 2017 to 2022. As you may know, this battle against malnutrition has been going on for decades. And with the new PPAN and with your full support, we are assured that we will be triumphant in this fight. And to give us a better perspective about the PPAN 2017 to 2022, we call on our Ninong sa Wastong Nutrition, ladies and gentlemen, the Regional Nutrition Program Coordinator of the National Nutrition Council, Region 8. Let's put our hands together for Dr. Catalino P. Tutong. A round of applause for him, please.
Anyway, good morning, distinguished guests and participants to this regional launch of the Philippine Plan of Action for Nutrition 2017-2022. As your regional nutrition program coordinator, may I present a briefer on the Philippine Plan of Action for Nutrition for 2017-2022 for your reference. Okay, so the Philippine Plan of Action for Nutrition is a companion plan of the Philippine Development Plan. It lays out the targets, directions, and priority actions to achieve nutrition targets that are in turn based on the nutrition situation. The PPAN for 2017-2022, like its predecessor plans, aim to address prevailing nutritional problems. And that includes various forms of undernutrition, specifically stunting or being short for age, wasting or extremely thin, deficiencies in vitamin A, iron, and iodine, as well as the overall hunger and food insecurity. The plan likewise wishes to address overweight and obesity. Two key points should be noted in the next slide. The level of stunting at 33.45 is considered high based on the WHO assessment criteria, severity of the problems. No? Our Development Management Officer 5 are looking at their data in their respective provinces right there. No? So, the level of stunting is considered poor also by the WHO standards. The other key point is on how the levels of undernutrition have remained at about the same level since 2005 and with an increase in stunting between 2013 and 2015. A look at the prevalence, stunting prevalence rate by single age group, next slide please, by month would show that stunting prevalence among 1-year-old children is almost double the prevalence rate among infants. Thus, there is a need to focus action on preventing stunting early in life, particularly the first 1,000 days. Even as we have undernutrition among children, next slide please, overweight and obesity are also concerned across various age groups. Particularly with us, no? So, tingnan-tingnan nyo sa gilid-gilid ninyo kung kasali pa kayo sa data na yan. No, huwag kayong tumingin sa akin. Pampalit na ako. Okay, part of child undernutrition could be traced to poor maternal nutrition. And based on the National Nutrition Survey of the Food and Nutrition Research Institute of the Department of Science and Technology, undernutrition among pregnant women, while showing downtrend in 1998, has stayed at about the same level in 2011. On the other hand, undernutrition among lactating women showed an increasing trend since 2011. A look at the nutritionally at least pregnant women by various socio-demographic characteristics would show that that undernutrition is higher among adolescent pregnant women. Look at the first encircled data at top. And then among those with low level of education and are not working and belonging to the lowest quantile. While the low birth weight can be due to many reasons, poor maternal health and nutrition during pregnancy is one cause, resulting to, next slide please, to slow growth of the fetus in the womb. The result of the National Demographic and Health Surveys have not been encouraging, as the percentage of low birth weight has been increasingly progressive since 1998. Next slide please. Next slide. Okay. Poor exclusive breastfeeding practices can also explain the high levels of stunting. Note that even as the exclusive breastfeeding rates increased between 2011 and 2013, the rate in 2015 went back to the lower 2011 level. Furthermore, as one walks through the single age group, in the right side, one would note that exclusive breastfeeding rates at 5 months old are much lower than among the younger infants. No, almost double or more than double. Next slide. When an infant reaches the 6th month of life, he or she would need foods in addition to breast milk. Result of the 2013 National Nutrition Survey show that only 15.5% of children 6 to 23 months old met the minimum acceptable diet. The minimal acceptable diet is based on 2 points. The frequency of feeds, kapilang pagkaon, and the diet diversity, nagkadulilain nga pagkaon. No? Those are 2 points. Furthermore, even in high, at the left side of the slide, the high-income quantile, only a small percent of children have the minimal acceptable diet. No? Minimal acceptable diet is defined as at least intake from 4 out of 7 groups. The 7 groups of food would include grains, roots and tubers, legumes and nuts, dairy products such as milk, yogurt, and cheese, flesh foods from meat, fish, poultry, liver, organ meats, eggs, vitamin A rich fruits and vegetables, and other fruits and vegetables. Just to highlight minimal acceptable diet. To address malnutrition effectively, one should address its immediate, next slide please. Okay, basic causes shown in this slide. This is the framework for undernutrition that has been used globally. Next slide please. However, recently a framework that integrates both under and overnutrition into one has been used in the ASEAN. No? So, dili na highlighted ang undernutrition, including overnutrition na. Take note that both frameworks refer to immediate, underlying, and basic causes at the societal level, not the right side of the slide. This framework provides the inspiration of the overall framework, program framework for that matter, as well as will be shown in the succeeding slides. Now, how to achieve these objectives? A mix of nutrition-specific and nutrition-sensitive programs will be implemented together with those that will create an enabling environment. It will be discussed in more details in the succeeding slides. No? So, please take note that the program is a 3-pronged program. Nutrition-specific programs, nutrition-sensitive programs, and the enabling program. Take note that there is that particular broken line at the middle or at the center, that is the nutrition supportive programs. No? These are exemplified by our immunization programs, Pantawid Pamilya. So those are actually nutrition supportive programs but are not mentioned in the nutrition specific program dahil they do not achieve nutritional outcome. They are contributor. Please take note that there is a set of what we call supportive programs, no? As I have made mention. Okay, crucial to the implementation mechanism is the role of the local government units, particularly in ensuring that local nutrition committee are functional. A local nutrition action plan is regularly formulated, updated, and provided funds, which will be later elucidated by our good Vice Mayor here. Likewise, the management of NNC will take charge in organizing the necessary technical working group at the national level to tackle technical details of the program. In implementing both nutrition-specific and nutrition-sensitive programs, let me remind you that these programs and projects are based on the specific guiding principles which are also in adherence to scaling up nutrition movement as shown in this slide. Next slide please. And adherence to the principle of engagement of the scaling up nutrition movement are the following. No? Transparency about intentions and impact, inclusiveness, later on why inclusiveness being rights-based, willingness to negotiate, predictability and mutual accountability, cost-effectiveness, continuous communicativeness, acting with integrity and in ethical manner, mutual respect, and importantly, doing no harm. Now, PPAN implementation is guided by 5 strategic thrusts. 1. Focus on the first 1,000 days, no? Which refers to the period from pregnancy up to the first 2 years of life. No? This is the golden window of opportunity for these children. This is the period when health and nutritional care is optimum because this is the period when the body needs such the most. If this period is missed, all shortfalls in physical and mental development cannot be recovered anymore, particularly stunting. Puto. The irreversible effect of not intervening in this critical period will have an impact not only on the health status of the children, but also on their future performance in schools and on productivity as adult. Kaya nagiging cycle siya. Number 2, complementation of nutrition-specific and nutrition-sensitive interventions to address the immediate causes of malnutrition as well as its underlying basic causes. 3. Intensify mobilization of LGUs, particularly on provinces with high levels of child stunting, to ensure that PPAN programs are implemented and actively reduce malnutrition to the targeted levels. Number 4, and this is new, and this is inclusiveness defined under the Duterte administration. Reaching the geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas, communities of indigenous peoples, and the urban poor, especially those in resettlement areas where malnutrition has been shown to be higher and should not be left behind. Lastly, there should be a complementation of nutrition-specific and nutrition-sensitive intervention to address the immediate causes of malnutrition as well as its underlying causes at the national and local government level. Next slide, please. Now let me go to the more specific details particularly to nutrition-specific programs that address the immediate, not just the nutrition-specific, addresses the immediate causes of malnutrition, specifically inadequate food and poor nutrient quality, poor maternal and child caring practices, as exemplified by the programs presented in the matrix, infant and young child feeding. Although that's old program. The second is on the integrated management of acute malnutrition. I know Region 8 is in its full implementation of the SAM, and SAM training has already been finished na, di ba? Almost, no? But advanced as a target, no? And the distribution of some commodities, no? So, bago, no? We propose a national dietary supplementation program that the red ones are new, no? Pregnant women, children 6 to 23 months old, and food plant for producing food supplement, no? Of which the FNRIDOST and the LGU, SUCs, and NGOs are the agencies involved. The two remaining targets are actually old program, children 24 to 59 months old and the school children. There will also be a national nutrition program, promotion program that will aim for behavior change and will tap into various channels, specifically schools, communities, and the workplace. Take note, Dr. Rayrona, ang dami-dami ng consideration ng schools in the PPAN 2017-2022. A resource center will also be set up with the NNC as the coordinator. This program component will integrate all related efforts to a coordinated effort for promoting desired action along nutritional guidelines for Filipinos. Next slide. Of course, we will continue ang walang kapantayan nating micronutrient supplementation. Now, we will continue to distribute vitamin A capsules, iron folic acid tablets, and micronutrient powder, and zinc through the health and school systems under the micronutrient supplementation program of the Department of Health. The program will also include communication support. And the next is the mandatory food fortification, or the addition of certain nutrients to our staples, and in fact, regulation and promotion will be pursued. Take note that you have pandesal there in your respective tables, no? Those are iodine-based, no, na mga pandesal. Hindi yan ordinaryo na pandesal. According to Manape, masarap daw, no? So thank you, Salinas, for coming over just to have a taste of iodized pandesal in Tacloban City. Next, mainstreaming, no, nutrition protection during emergencies. And finally, there will also be a program on the management and prevention of overweight and obesity. Next, the nutrition-sensitive programs are actually programs that addresses underlying causes, no, of malnutrition. Take note that these are non-nutrition programs or projects that were tweaked, no, to produce nutritional outcomes, no? Hindi siya nutrition. Ginawan lang ng paraan para mag-produce ng nutritional outcomes. Oh, as exemplified, as an example, no, DPWH Farm to Market Road, no? So ang pangalan niya na ngayon is Infrastructure and Child Nutrition, no? In barangays where there are high levels of malnutrition, should be the priority workers of that particular program or project of infrastructure, where we will employ members of families with pregnant women or malnourished children aged 0 to 23 months old. Next. Of course, livelihood programs, gintwit, no? Gintusit lang yung butik, no? Para magta-produce nutritional outcome. Mao gihapon, dapat ang particularly DSWD here and programs, and even local government unit, you have to choose, no, your priority target areas. No, you pick those that are families with pregnant and lactating women with high prevalence of malnutrition na barangay, and with high prevalence of malnutrition. No? And then, that will be the priority para magka-produce yahe nutritional outcomes. Next. Of course, no, these are various other nutrition sensitive, no? Mula yan sa paaralan, washed by both the Department of Health and the DILG. And then, of course, walang highlight, no, pero na-highlight na to later on in the exhibit there. No? Thank you, Dr. Bonito, for giving us a glimpse of the presentation of the Family Health Office or unit right at the back. Makita ninyo, mga nutrition-sensitive programs na sila din ha. No? Okay? Including provision of family planning commodities. No? Kasi kapag konti lang, members of the family, so they're able to provide foods, no, or food in their tables. Okay? So, yun ang essence na nutrition sensitive, tweaking it to produce nutritional outcomes. Next. I'm in my last 2 slides, or 3 slides. So, these are just example, no, of nutrition sensitive programs, no, farm-to-market roads and child nutrition by the Department of Agriculture, target action to reduce poverty and generate economic transformation, or target and child nutrition under the DAB-FAR, coconut rehabilitation program. So we are happy that PCA is joining us now in our cause of decreasing stunting and wasting prevalence in the region. Gulayan sa paaralan by the Bureau of Plant Industry of the Department of Agriculture together with them. And Discuento caravans in depressed areas by the DTI. I saw this in Maasin City. Family development session for child and family by the Social Welfare Development. Mainstreaming nutrition and sustainable livelihood, again by SWD. Public works and infra child nutrition, as has been shown in the previous slides. Monitoring workplace lactation by DOLE. There are a lot of contribution by the DOLE in terms of workplace lactation. Adolescent health and nutrition development by the Department of Health. Of course, water and sanitation by the DOH and the DILG. Next slide, please. Okay, the last part of the 3-pronged programs is the enabling programs, no? Mobilization of local government unit for nutritional outcomes, no? We have started last week having our local nutrition planning workshop for cities and provinces, no? And we will continue that next week, no? This time by the summer provinces, no? Or summer province. Policy development for food and nutrition, and strengthen management support to PPAN. Next. Okay, according to Albert Einstein, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. And then we expect different results. Pare-pareha lang naman, year in, year out. Kaya, the essence is nilagyan, we injected newness in the PPAN 2017-2022. And how all of us will do differently. Slowly. Okay. So, I am inviting each and every participant in this hall, no, to take a centerpiece, no, in the PPAN 2017-2022 by biting at chang, literally and figuratively. Kumain kayo ng a little or a more bigger chang, no? In the PPAN, nutrition sensitive, nutrition specific, and enabling programs. Kumain kayo, kahit konting kagat. But what is more important with the little of your chang is that you chang it with responsibility and accountability. Meaning, you invest, next slide, in nutrition. Because if we have one idea and one vision, malnutrition, then all along, we will achieve a lower rate of malnutrition in this region. And finally, next slide. Sa PPAN, panalo ang bayan. Good morning.
Thank you very much, RNPC Tutorial, for enlightening us about the new PPAN. Just listening to the discourse of Sir Tutorial, na-inspire kita nga tanan, diba? To make ourselves felt in the war against nutrition. The PPAN has, if you've noticed, friends, know the PPAN has truly evolved and has included in its list of implementers different agencies, both the public and private sectors. Wow, we saw farm-to-market roads, livelihood projects and programs, gulayan, sa paaralan, to name a few. These are the needed social infrastructures that will contribute to the upliftment of the nutrition sector in not only the region but the entire country. So once again, let's put hands together. Palakpakan po natin si our NPC Tutorial. Thank you very much, sir. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to give us the presentation, kung meron po tayong State of the Nation Address. This morning, we shall be enlightened on another very specific situation in our region, and that is the presentation of the state of nutrition in the region. Friends, let's put hands together for the Nutrition Officer of the National Nutrition Council for Region 8. A round of applause for Sir Nino Archie Labordo.
Thank you, Sir Tito. Good morning! Okay, ada pa kamo? Okay, so I'm going to share with you the Eastern Visayas nutrition situation, no? So the situation of how are we in Eastern Visayas in terms of nutrition, no? So I will be discussing 3 parts. Next slide, para mas mabilis tayo. So we have here Ms. Nicole, next slide na tayo. We'll have the nutritional status in terms of the national, of course, and the regional perspective. And going down to what are the interventions given by our different stakeholders and our agencies, in particular to nutrition program implementation. So, the nutritional status of Eastern Visayas. Saan ba tayo sa Eastern Visayas, no? So, we have here. Okay, basahin po lahat. Only a healthy and well-nourished population has the capability and capacity, both physically and mentally, to help develop its nation. True or false? Okay, of course, true, no? So, we need to carry our banner in helping hand in hand towards better nutrition and better well-being of the country. Okay, so in 2015 and 2016, these are our specific data that we took in the year 2015 and 2016 based on Operation Timbang. And in 2016, we are happy to share it with you that we have an increased participation coverage to about 86 to 89% of our OPT. Previously, we got only about 76 to 79%. No? So, mas malaki. Now, based on this data, we can say that mas maganda po ang ating pagtingin doon sa overall ng what is Operation Timbang. And in fact, we can get decision making, especially on planning on what we are going to do with our nutrition implementation, respective to our local government units and for our government offices and stakeholders. Okay, so in Region 8, we have this data, severely stunting, 7.5 and stunting 15.89. Now, we separated this one because some of our implementers would like to identify saan ba dyan ang severely stunting and stunting lang. So we have already identified which one, no? On wasting, we have severely 2.29, wasting 3.98. And severely underweight, we have 2.72, and underweight, 8.39. And in obese, we have 1.74 and 2.26. As discussed earlier by our NPC, no? So we have target, and these are the indicators we have committed for our RDP as well as on our PDP. Next slide. So, this is the overview of underweight and severely underweight in the region. As you will notice, ano nakikita natin dyan? Anong kulay ang nandyan? Okay, yellow. No? So, may yellow tayo. Now, when we see green, no, mas maganda ang kanyang resulta compared doon sa yellow at mas worse pa kung red. Okay, next slide. So, the next slide, these are the top ranked provinces in terms of our underweight and severely underweight. So, nangunguna po dyan, may mga yellow po sila. Then, 5 and 6, Northern Samar, Southern Leyte. Papasahin na lang po natin na para mas mabilis. Okay, so, top natin dito is on the Samar province. Next. Okay, so, in terms of cities, we have here Baybay, Calbayog, and Borongan being at the top of underweight and severely underweight, followed with Ormoc, Tacloban, Catalogan, and Maasin cities. And the next slide will tell us on the prevalence of malnutrition based on municipalities. And ano nakita po natin? Okay, red, no? Okay, these are the municipalities with high prevalence of severely underweight. Okay? Okay, malnutrition in the region. And if you will notice, ano ang nandyan? Kanina sabi natin top rank province is Samar, and mostly sa mga municipalities are in Samar. Okay, bilis lang natin, no? Next, also included in the top 30, nandyan po ang ating mga municipalities in Leyte and in Samar area. So, may yellow naman po tayo in terms of the severely underweight ng mga municipalities. Next slide will tell us, okay, the overview in terms of picture, no? Of the wasting and severely wasting in the region. Anong nakikita natin? Okay, yellow with only parts of Southern Leyte with green, no? So, mas maano doon sa kanila, no? So, dito, yellow po mostly. Okay, next slide. So, will tell us the rank, the top rank in terms of wasting. We have again, Samar, followed by Biliran. Third is Leyte, Eastern Samar, Northern Samar, and the green which reflected in the previous slide, green na sila, no? And also in terms of cities, we have one here, Calbayog City. Now, followed by Baybay, Ormoc, Tacloban, and with green, Borongan, Catalogan, and Maasin. Now, if you will notice, we have on our matrix, we have the percentage and we have the magnitude. Okay, para liwag maarap, no? We all know kung ilan ba yung percent na yan. Okay? So, next, okay, we have here the top 30 municipalities. And in the top 16, okay, red in color na sila, no? So, we have here, so our areas, we have in Silvino Lobos, in Northern Samar, and of course, other municipalities in the Samar province with only, okay, lahat, no? Lahat na dun sa Samar area. And the next slide will also tell us the other, including in the 30. So we have here from Leyte, we have Babatmon, Burawin, Barogo, Palumpon, Palo, Aboyog, San Miguel, included in the top 30 within our highest prevalence rate of wasting plus Biliran, Nabal, Biliran. Next slide will tell us the severely stunting, as we have learned a while ago. Sabi kanina, stunting is our priority because it is irreversible. And we have the focus, 1,000 days, in the first 1,000 days of a child program. And in this graph, this picture will tell us that marami din dito sa Samar Province. Nakikita natin yung red? Nakikita? Okay? Then in the Southern Leyte, green sila, and the rest provinces are in yellow color. Now, in terms of top rank, okay, we have here Samar, followed by Eastern Samar, Leyte, Biliran, Northern, and Southern Leyte in the top rank provinces. And in top rank cities, we have Baybay, Calbayog, Tacloban, followed by Ormoc, Purongan, Catbalogan, and again, the good status is in Maasin City. And the next slide are the top 30 municipalities. Now, the top 30 na muna po daan natin dito ay Babatgon in Leyte. Okay, in terms of stunting, no? And it was followed by San Vicente in the Samar Province, San Sebastian, Burawin in Leyte, Gandara sa Maragalo, Pinibega, Uras, Tolosa, San Jose Libuan, Santa Margarita, San Miguel, Papan, Calubian, Tac, and Villarreal. And the rest of the 30, okay, nandito po sila. Okay, so I hope nakita natin, especially mga NGOs, no, and other partners. And in terms of our prevalence summary, no, this is the summary. Makikita na natin ang summary. Underweight plus severely underweight, wasting plus severely wasting, stunting plus severely stunting. Nakita? O, picturein na lang. Okay, next slide, no? Okay, so these are in terms of city in summary. So, nag-chat po natin. Number 1, Baybay, severely wasting, underweight, wasting, Calbayog, and Baybay again for stunting. Next slide. Okay, what are the regional trends? Anong mga regional trends natin na makikita? Aside sa pinakita natin 4 indicators. So, we have here, okay, we have the prevalence of malnutrition, micronutrient deficiency, infant and young child feeding practice, and of course, the socioeconomic status of the region, which is so very correlated to our trend. Now, as this was discussed already by our RPNC, that there is a slow motion in terms of the decline of malnutrition prevalences in the Philippines. Next slide will show us, this is the comparison of the region to other region. And if you will notice, ano nakikita natin dyan? Okay, Eastern Visayas is second in terms of stunting. Okay, that is second to ARMM. Okay, pag-wasting, second honor na naman ang Region 8 with 8.4. That is second from Memaropa. Okay, and another is in obesity or obese, no? Diyan, pasan natin bakit nasa rural area at pagkatapos na dyan ang malaki pa rin ang ating rate, no? We are on the top 10 with highest prevalence of obesity, no, in the country. Okay, at 2.3%. Next slide. Okay, so this will show us ano na ang mga trend natin. Now, based on DUST FNRI, okay, which is our source of data, now 3 out of 10 here in the region, or 29.5%, are underweight children. Okay? And 4 out of 10, or 41.7, are stunted. Emphasize, banso. Okay? 8 of 100, or 8.4%, are wasted or thin, and considered to be a public health significant, or 8.4%, and 2 out of 100, or 2.3%, are overweight for height. Okay? So the next slide will tell us that, next slide, okay, children 10 to 19 years old, that on 10 to 19 years old, 4 out of 10, no, or 4.3% are stunted. And 6 out of 100, or 5.7%, are obese or overweight. And 1 out of 100 are wasted, or 11.4%. On the next slide will tell us on adults, no, malnutrition, that 8 out of 10 or 8.3% are chronic energy deficient or CED, while 1 out of 3 or 32.6% are overweight and obese among adults 20 years old and over. Now in the next slide, well, tell us on the iodine. Now, okay, so good for the region that we, mas maganda naman ang result, ano, because we have above 140, 120 dito sa ating median, no? Okay, tingnan natin. Next slide. Okay, so comparable to 2008 survey to 2010, nag-increase na po ang ating median level of iodine levels, no, at 161 compared to 83 in 2008. So, increasing siya. So, mas maganda. Okay, next slide. Will tell us an iron, no, that 11.3% of 6 months to 5 years children, 5-year-old children are anemic. Okay? And 10% of 6 to 12-year-old are anemic. And 4.2% of 20 to 60 years old are anemic. And 13 to 19 years old or 6.4% are anemic. And 11.8% or more than 60-year-old are anemic. And the next slide, what are the intervention given, no? Hindi ito lahat, no? Yung nakapicture lang namin. And most of these data coming from the DOH. Okay, thank you. Thank you, DOH. So we have here, no? Infant and young child feeding practices. Kung makikita po natin ang ating datos. Okay, on lactation station, ilang pa mayroon? Kulang. Okay, total number of barangay with IYCF support. Nandito, 757. Kulang. Okay? Total number of IYCF support group. 2017, 1. Counselors. Kulang. Okay? So we got only this data as of first quarter, I think, no? Okay. So it's still to be updated. Okay? Next slide will tell us on breastfeeding initiation. Ilan ba dito sa ating in terms of provinces and cities? We got only about 63.7%. No? In terms of breastfeeding initiation and exclusive breastfeeding within 6 months, mayroon lang tayong 58.4%. So, ibig sabihin, hindi po lahat ng mga nanay ay nagpapasuso ng exclusive breastfeeding. Kuha. Okay? Next. Okay? So, this is the trend lang. So, para lang natin makita. And in terms of breastfeeding exclusively, we have here Northern Leyte. Okay, paano maraming data at nagpapakitang malaki ang kanilang exclusive breastfeeding compared to some of our areas, no, na yun lang ang data. Next slide. Okay, so we'll tell us on the full dose of iron, no, given to 2 to 5 months old. So Western Samar, malaki naman ang binibigay doon, no? And here, wala tayong data na nakuha. Okay, next slide. So, on 6 to 11 months, iron, mataas dito sa Leyte, compared dito sa area of Southern Leyte, maybe on data collection, no? And the next slide, okay, so we'll tell us vitamin A supplementation. Now, in terms of round 1 and round 2, supplementation of vitamin A, there is an increase, ano, on the round 2. 90.1% to 91.8%. Kunti lang. Okay? So, the next slide. Okay, so vitamin A supplementation, postpartum, and the 6 children. Ito ang ating nakuwang record, the first quarter. And the next slide, okay. Oh, walang record na makikita. Okay, kasi yun lang ang nag-submit sa first quarter, no? Okay, I hope that some of our commitments later on, submit na ng mga data, no? From our different groups. Okay, next slide, micronutrient powder. Ito lang po ang ating nag-gather. And in fact, there are still, no, kailangan natin i-check on, especially on the DUST na mga established nila and the DTI also. Next slide will tell us on the treatment, no, for 35-59 months children with pneumonia. who completed treatment. So ito lang po, mas malaki po ang completion rate ng Northern Leyte compared to other cities and provinces. Okay? And the next slide. Okay, so who are given with orisol, no, and zinc. Okay, these are vital, no? Especially, kaya po luwag ininira, this can prevent also on the decline of the capacity of the child to grow liwat. No? So that is why we give ORS and zinc, especially if we are sick. Okay? Next slide. Okay, ang deworming. Now, on deworming, some of our implementers, nutrition implementers, have observed that for those who have given na deworm na hirano, mas maupay, mas maganda ang kinalabasan ng nutrition kay ng bata after na deworm. Okay, so these are the data, and in terms of data, nasa middle tayo, no, 60 and above %. Okay, next slide. Okay, in terms of safe water and sanitary toilet, now in Eastern Visayas, we have above 90%, no, in terms of sanitation. So makikita naman natin dito, that is in terms of potability and of course sanitation in terms of toilet. Okay? Next slide. Okay, what are the other underlying determinants? Okay, compared doon sa ating pinakita kanina. Okay, doon sa mababang coverage, doon sa mga pagbibigay ng mga vitamins at iba pang mga ibang interventions, what are the other underlying determinants of malnutrition? So we have here one. So we have here poverty. Okay, so poverty is one, and it's so correlated that our region in year 2015 is also second in terms of poverty. Okay, second sa in our MM. And though we have increased no GRDP in the year 2016, but still we are crawling towards the increasing of the nutrition well-being of the region. Okay, so we have about annual per capita income. Next slide. Okay, so in Region 8, so mayroon lang tayo 29,304. So titingnan natin yung mga families na hindi nakakakuha ng 21,304, yun sila ang mga vulnerable. Yun sila ang ating i-prioritize because sila din ang mga with malnourished children. Okay? And the next slide will tell us on the food threshold. Okay, food threshold, no? So in 2015, we have 14,957. And if you compute that based on ilan sila na members of the family, baka ang lumabas niyan, peso na lang, 4 peso na lang, which is inadequate for the family to survive in terms of food capacity. Okay, so next slide. Okay, livelihood strategies, no? Majority of the working population are engaged in agricultural, forestry, fishery, and unskilled jobs that are seasonal strategies. So, kumbaga, okay, pasul-suhol, no? Kumbaga, mayroon na naman ngayon, bukas wala. Okay, and seasonal or wala mga strategies. Next. Okay, so we have physical capital. Majority of the population do not own any parcel of the land. This is despite having farmers composing the majority of the population, and also households tend to acquire short-term assets, no? Such as devices. Okay, mas maganda pa kung mayroon tayong cellphone kaysa pagkain. So that is one, no, of our underlying determinants. And of course, the location of Region 8 is of course, parang nandito na ang lahat ng mga typhoon, nandito na no earthquake, so we are on hazards, no, vulnerable to hazards and other calamities. So that disrupt livelihood and other delivery of basic services. So those are, no, some, okay, of our references for our underlying determinants, and of course, the situation in Eastern Visayas. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nutrition Officer Nabordo, for another very informative presentation in one very important aspect of the nutrition situation of Eastern Visayas. Indeed, Sir Labordo did not paint a very rosy picture of the nutrition status of the region. Di ba ba? It's kind of scary, alarming, isn't it? But this should serve as our inspiration as we put our acts together, being decision makers, behavior change agents. We should use our power and influence to really be dead serious and headstrong in our fight against malnutrition. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to another highlight of our activity this morning. We should be listening to the commitments from our stakeholders and partners who are in themselves our PPAN movers. To begin with, ladies and gentlemen, we will listen to the representative of the Department of Health, representing the Regional Director of DOH, Regional Office Number 8, RD Minerva Molon. Let's put our hands together for Dr. Salvacion Milagros Butito.
Good morning, everybody. So, as member agency of the Regional Nutrition Committee and as one of the implementing agency of the Philippine Plan of Action for Nutrition 2017 to 2022, the Department of Health Regional Office 8 commits continuously to provide policy direction in the implementation of the nutrition-specific intervention, such as infant and young child feeding, micronutrient supplementation and food fortification, management of severe acute malnutrition, growth monitoring and promotion, as well as nutrition in emergency, build the capacity of our health and nutrition service providers and other partners for them to be fully competent in providing health and nutrition services, provide logistical support to ensure wider coverage of nutrition services, ensure aggressive promotion of healthy lifestyles to prevent and control overweight and obesity, and provide other health services that impact nutrition status of our children, such as reproductive health, immunization, deworming, and promotion of WASH. Together with other sectors, we will be one in pushing for the improvement of nutrition situation in Eastern Visayas. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Butito, representing Regional Director Minerva Molon of DOH. Up next, friends, we'll listen to the commitment from the Department of Social Welfare and Development to represent its Regional Director, Sir Restituto B. Makoto. We have Ms. Janine Simbulas.
Hello, good morning. In behalf of our Regional Director, Mr. Restituto B. Makuto, I am Janine Simbulas, Nutritionist Dietitian 2 from the SWD. We are here to present to you our agency's commitment to PPAN 2017-2020. So we have identified 3 programs supporting the nutrition and health, namely our supplementary feeding program, that will give at least 1/3 of the energy needs among preschool children, specifically daycare children, of his or her daily needs of 120 feeding days. So, how will we affect the nutrition status of the beneficiaries. From severely underweight children will become underweight. Underweight should become normal, and overweight should become normal after 120 feeding days. Another program of the DSWD is the Sustainable Livelihood Program, in which it continues to aim to improve the socio-economic capacity of the participants through micro-enterprise development and employment facilitation activities that shall ultimately provide a sustainable income source. So our priority are the targets with pregnant women and undernourished children. The other program of the DSWD is the Pankawit Pamilya Filipino program, or the 4Ps, in which the continuous program, the conditional cash transfer scheme that provides cash grants to beneficiaries provided that they comply with the set of conditions required by the program. However, we do have education under the Family Development Session, a monthly activity of the beneficiaries where different topics are discussed, and the bio-intensive gardening involves the establishment of organic vegetable garden within the community so that beneficiaries can grow their own food, helping them to cut their daily expenses. Further, the 600 pesos rice subsidy, they can provide their bayan with the help of biodiversity gardening. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Janine Simbulas, nutritionist dietitian of DSWD Regional Office Number 8. Moving on, friends, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome the representative of the Department of Science and Technology, Regional Office Number 8. Representing is Regional Director Edgardo M. Esperancilla. Friends, a welcome applause for Dr. Glenn Ocania, Provincial Director of DOST for Leyte, and also a member of the RPWG of Nutrition in Region 8.
Thank you so much, Sir Tito. Good morning, everyone, especially to the prime mover of nutrition interventions activities here in Region 8, si Dr. Kat. Our partners, good morning, everyone. On behalf of our Regional Director, Edgardo M. Esperancilla, I'd like to extend our continuing commitment and support to the National Nutrition Council through this Philippine Plan of Action for Nutrition 2017-2022. Actually, even before, DOST has been a strong partner of the NNC in promoting proper nutrition among the Filipino people. In fact, the food plan for complementary foods, which was just recently identified as a new entry to the PPAN, had been a program or a project of DOST FNRI for so many years already. In fact, here in Region 8, we have already established 4 complementary food processing centers. One of which is in Baybay City, another is in Palo, Leyte, and another in Catarman, Northern Samar. And another one is coming up in Isabel, Leyte. So this complementary food processing center actually will be producing complementary foods that is designed to be consumed by children from 6 months old to 3 years old. But our facilities in Palo, Leyte and in Catarman, Northern Samar will be producing food products that are also nutritious, intended for children from 3 years old to 5 years old. So these products are actually nutritious because FNRI developed them by just using 3 common raw materials that we have here in Region 8 and in the country. One is rice. We use also sesame, and the other one is Mongo. So you will see that one of these product is Serenaclide, okay? The other products looks like chips. So they were designed to be like that because we're targeting the toddlers also. And then on the nutrition sensitive program, I would say that we should also be part of this, since DUSD has developed the ceramic water filter. The ceramic water filter, which we are going to have a plant here in Tanawan Leyte, very soon, perhaps first quarter of next year, we're going to be operational already, was designed by DUSD to increase the access to potable water, especially in the remote areas of the country. We promoted, so to speak, and distributed ceramic water filters right after Yolanda, the Super Typhoon Yolanda came. So we also have projects also that promotes the use or how do you call that, lifestyle changing, particularly on the consumption of breads. So if you would know, Filipinos are fond of eating breads, pinapin natin pandesal, loaf, at saka pan. And we are fond also of eating instant noodles. Do you know, guys, that we have these products already here that are enhanced with vegetables like malunggay and squash. So we also have this already. In Leyte, we have a lot actually. The latest was the latest production center for veggie bread and noodles was established in Barangay Salvacion, Palo Leyte, and in San Fernando, Palo Leyte, and another one in the 3rd district of Leyte, that is particularly in Tabango, Leyte. So DUSD continues to promote nutrition even in times of emergencies. That's why, if you know, we have the food innovation centers. I hope you guys have already visited the food innovation center that we have here in Tacloban City. DUSD came up with the food innovation center because of the need for the food processing sector of the country to become competitive with the other Asian countries. So the Food Innovation Center was actually designed to help the food processing industry develop local food products that are competitive at the same time, who are just using raw materials that are available locally. So the Food Innovation Center are now being tapped by the Department of Science and Technology to produce food products that are called nutrition in disaster. Yes, so for our particular Food Innovation Center here in Tacloban City, we'll be producing chicken arroz caldo in packs and chicken curry also in packs. So during times of disaster, we can just distribute this to the affected areas, and those victims can just easily open them and then they can have their meal ready. Another processing facility that's coming up is also in Ormoc City. This processing facility will produce what we call the Nutri Bar. It's a bar of food that when eaten and you drink a glass of water, you become full already. Mabubusog ka na with just a bar of food, which is practically made of peanuts, sesame, some dried fruits, and the base material actually is brown rice. So those products can also be used in initiatives in nutrition in disasters. So currently, DUSD through FNRI has a program with the DSWD. DSWD being the one who has the mandate really to really help the masses, and also we come up with interventions to the 4 peace beneficiaries in Leyte and Eastern Samar. And for them, we'll be conducting trainings on catering services. Catering services that will focus on commercial cooking of nutritious foods. So itong caterers na to na gagawin natin out of the 4 peace beneficiaries will just not be cooking yung usual natin ng mga pagkain, but they will be cooking foods that are balanced and nutritious. So that will be for Leyte and for Eastern Samar. Through this partnership with this WD, we'll be having the video bread processing plant in Eastern Samar. So, guys, the UST has been, as I mentioned, has been doing promotion and really investing a lot on nutrition because of by virtue of the mandate of one of our institutions, the Food and Nutrition Research Institute. Kaya nga nung sabihin kanina ni Dog Cat na let's have a bite, and then let's have a bite of the PPAN, sabi ko, we can easily do that. And that is because malaki yung bite in support of NNC, and that is because we agree to the adage that sa PPAN, panalo ang bayan. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sir Glenn Ocania from the Department of Science and Technology. Siguro na, I don't know if I missed it, na baka hindi na i-share sa atin ni Sir Glenn, nag-i-partner din ang DOST with the academe. In fact, meron po tayo mga academic institutions which has hosted what we call FICs, Food Innovation Centers, wherein yung mga food innovation like yun na nga yung mga tinatawag natin mga ano yan, mga Nutripan and others, mga noodles, which has may mga ingredients na kakaiba, ginagawa po sa mga universities. In fact, EVSU, Laser Visayas State University, is also a beneficiary of this project of DOST. Maraming salamat. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome the President of NNC-8, Sir Antonio Pueblos, for their commitment. A round of applause please for Sir.
Salamat, Sir Tito. Mabay nga aga mo ba? Nagkatanan, maaaring siya buntag, maaaring buntag. And 20 sleeps after that, we'd like to say Merry Christmas to one and all. Pasihunan na lang. Okay, good morning, Region 8. The NNC-8 is an acronym. It spells like Harmonized Initiatives of Media for the Spread of Good Nutrition in Region 8. So, NNC-8. That's an aggregation of media representatives, publishers, and editors. And also broadcasters, managers, production heads, and reporters of radio stations, likewise the print media, and even online media. Our composition is a group of representatives from the first in the Tacloban-based cable television. We have ATV, another TV, Channel 24, which gets into your rooms, even in hotel rooms, with Nelson and Evelyn. ATV, Channel 24. We are from the print media, the EV Mail, and also the Leyte Samar Daily Express, represented by Vicky Arnaz. Also we have Servan Mignano, online, and also from the Philippines News Agency. Also we have from the PIA, with Secretary Di Pakirante representing the Philippine Information Agency region-wide, where we can find information centers in provincial centers, cities, or capital towns. We have the PIA supporting the programs of the National Nutrition Council as being espoused also by the HIMSO also. From another print media, we have Vice President Jack Ingat and his group representing the Nation Builder. In Samar, we have the cable TV Dico Bean with our treasurer Ray Caspay, based in Catbalogan City. For Calbayog, we have Celia, Tibu, and myself of the Philippine Broadcasting Service, PBS, DYOG, then Radyo ng Bayan, now Radyo Pilipinas. And also supported by the broadcast teams of Radyo Pilipinas in Corongan City and also in Sugod, South of Leyte, also PBS, Philippine Broadcasting Service, on the PCOO. We have from the private sector, broadcast group, AM Radio, Action Radio of the Manila Broadcasting Company, MBC, DYBL with Jimmy Ayala. In Ormoc, we have Ronnie Roa and LV with their broadcast and other coordinations with the local government unit of the city of Ormoc. So these are the composition of the media group in Region 8 whose services were tapped in 2010. In August 7, in Ormoc, they were organized with National Nutrition Council Regional Office number 8, so that by now we are 7 years old. Meaning, we already passed kindergarten should we think about the K-12 program. But we've been working really even before we entered in 2010 with the nutrition thoughts in Region 8. So that since the creation of HIMSO 8, the media arm of the National Nutrition Council in Eastern Visayas, we already joined in various activities. First and foremost is the media arm, where we present some good practices of some local government units or entities in terms of nutrition program and practice to the less performer LGU in the region. We visit a lot of local government units or communities, even as far as Haipapan of Eastern Samar, as far as elsewhere, doing good also the monitoring and evaluation of local level planning and implementation for MLP, as far as Kapul, and as far as Limasawa, north to south, east to west, elsewhere regionally. HIMSO is there. And thanks to the National Nutrition Council for sending us to the launch of the national level in Iloilo City in May 2017, the PPAN, the Philippine Plan of Action for Nutrition 2017-2022, that was in Iloilo. HIMSO was there. And thanks also to the NNC Office number 8 for having a seat prepared for us at the Regional Nutrition Committee for Eastern Visayas. HIMSO as the harmonized initiatives of media for the spread of good nutrition. Siri pasamon, baka ka ng tambling, ang imong klase at pagmimedia, basta good nutrition should be presented. All with print, broadcast TV, radio, AM and FM, and also online and the print media. Bahala na ang katatag sa pagpresenta ng maupay na programa at mensahe nutrisyon para Region 8. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Mahimsok, Pasko, and maging
Thank you very much. That was Sir Antonio Puertos of HIMSO 8, Harmonized Initiative of Media in the Spread of Good Nutrition in the region. Maraming salamat po. Up next, to represent ADRA, we have Ma'am Edeline Eunice De Guia. A round of applause for her, please.
Good morning, everyone. Greetings from the Adventist Development and Relief Agency, Philippines. Today, as we launch the Philippine Plan of Action for Nutrition, we at ADRA Philippines, together with all the other non-government organizations implementing relevant nutrition interventions, would like to affirm our commitment to continue and speed up our response to address malnutrition in the region. We seek to tackle malnutrition by promoting behavior changes in the feeding, caring, hygiene, and health-seeking practices adopted by mothers and caregivers at home. We recognize the need to influence more women in reproductive age remains relevant as there is still a need to raise awareness on the importance of focusing on the first 1,000 days of life to completely eradicate malnutrition. Masiglahi or maayos na nutrisyon para sa masiglang lahi, ADRA's intervention in Palo, Leyte will continue to conduct training and facilitate behavior changes to impact more families and communities, specifically indigenous group of people, to become free from malnutrition. The project will also focus on establishing functional barangay nutrition committees to assist the barangays in formulating appropriate nutrition interventions to promote nutrition and health to sustain the reduced malnutrition in Palo as a result of the combined efforts of all the stakeholders. In addition, we will continue to conduct assessments in nutritionally depressed municipalities for potential interventions. We believe that we will be able to create just and positive changes through our productive partnership. As we come together, we will be able to implement effective nutrition programs to improve and sustain the health, nutrition, and well-being of our target communities. We, the NGOs, also acknowledge the difficulties that we may encounter, but we would like to express our support to PPAN 2017 to 2022 and our sincere determination to work as one, to empower partnerships and responsible action to provide appropriate nutrition interventions. Together, we can help create and improve nutrition across generations. Thank you and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Edeline Eunice De Guia from ADRA Philippines, Adventist Development Relief Agency. And now, may we call in the representative of the Department of Education, representing its Regional Director, Dr. Ramir Uitico. We have Dr. Elsa Herona. A round of applause for her, please.
Good morning, thank you. Now, in behalf of our Director, Director Ramir Uitico, we would like to commit and support the PPAN 2017 to 2022 through our nutritional assessment and giving the school-based feeding program to our severely wasted and wasted learners from grades 1 to 4. And also, grade 1 to 4 lang muna, but the severely wasted and the wasted. Then in the next 3 years, it will be all learners. And also, the giving of the warming, conducting deworming activities to all grades 1 to kinder to grade 12 learners also. And of course, with the support of the Department of Health, kasi sa kanila yung deworming, iron supplementation to all K-12 learners, and our new program, the WIFA, the weekly iron fortification, folic acid supplementation to all female secondary learners. That's in the secondary or senior high. We also advocate healthy diets and healthy lifestyles of our teachers and non-teaching personnel, and also recommend food and beverages the correct food and beverages in school canteens. We would sustain our WINGS program because we have WINGS was in school to inculcate behavioral and value changes at home and with their families and through our school children. We also have our Gulayan sa Paralan, which is the food basket in our school feeding program, wherein the proceeds in the Gulayan sa Paralan program is being used in the school-based feeding program. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Elsa Herona, representing the Regional Director of the Department of Education, Regional Director Ramiro Pico. Once again, a round of applause to all our partners. A round of applause for them, please, once again. Thank you. And now, we take a short pause from the various commitments of our partners to give way to another intermission number from the Eastern Visayas State University Chorale.